Today I'm going over just two problems, but I wanted to do these separately since they involved graphing, and I wanted to be able to use the piece of graph paper that they offer in this program to help you to look at what the graph would look like. So these two problems, you will see examples of these on your test, but they are translations. So what the directions is asking you to do for this particular problem is to find the coordinates of each figure after it has been translated 6 units down, which I've indicated here. 6 units to the right and 1 unit down. So we're going to just follow those completely, and by units they just mean numbers. So 6 numbers to the right and 1 unit down. So we're going to take each point and do that. So if I take A, it's at -5, 2 right now. I'm going to move it 6 units to the right, so I count -4, -3, -2, -1, that's 4. 0 is 5. Then we have 1 more, which is 6, so that makes my new point right here, and that is my new point for A once I've moved it. Oh, I didn't even follow the directions myself. Once I've moved it 6 units to the right, but we also needed to move it 1 unit down, so we're going to move it 1 unit down to the 1 on the y-axis. So this would be my new point for A. I'm going to do the same thing with each other point. So for B, 6 units to the right, that would mean we would go all the way over to 6 on the x-axis, and then we would go 1 unit down from this, and that's actually going to be -5 on our y-axis. So I don't have -5 labeled, but that would be right down here. And let me fix my graph so that we have enough room for our point. So we're going to make that -5 be that last part there. So this would be letter B, my new letter B, and then I'm going to do the same thing for C. So I'm going to go 6 units to the right. That would mean I'd also need to extend my graph. Let me do that first. Okay. Let's just do these by 2s instead. Well, we're just going to know that we're supposed to go to 9 on the x-axis, because if you add 6 to 3, and that's 6 units to the right, so that's going to make you go to 9 on the x-axis, and then 1 unit down from that's going to go down to 2, so we're going to put our point here. But the point is supposed to be 9, -2. And that's point C. So this would be your new figure. And on the test, you're going to tell me the 3 points, or the 3 ordered pairs, the new ordered pairs. So letter C we did was 9, -2. Letter B was at 6, -5. And letter A is at 1, 1. We're going to do the same thing to the next graph. This asks us also to do 6 units to the right and 1 unit down for each point. So we're going to do that for letter R. If we do 6 units to the right, that brings us to 6 on the y-axis, the x-axis right here. And then 1 unit down is going to bring it down to 5 on the y-axis. So your new point for R would be right here. And then you would do for S, if we do 6 units to the right, again we're going to run out of space here. Oops. That means it goes all the way over to 10 on the x-axis. So normally I wouldn't have you do this, but for the purposes of space, I'm going to kind of scrunch this in here. So you're going to go all the way over to 10 on the x-axis for letter S, and then 1 down would make it at 2 on the y-axis. So it's going to be right here, and that's supposed to be 10, -2, or +2. Right here. That's S. Then you have T, which again, if you move 6 units to the right, that would put you at 8 on the x-axis, and 1 unit down puts you right at the x-axis. So we're going to have a point right on the x-axis here for letter T at 8, 0. And then for letter U, that's going to be 6 units to the right would be +3 over here. Whoops. And 1 down from that. So that's going to bring us to here. And that would be letter U. So if we connect it, we've just moved our whole figure 6 units to the right and 1 unit down. And I would recommend doing this for the test, making sure you take each point separately and then translate each point separately. And then you would tell me the coordinates of the points. So R would be 6, 5. S I already have there as 10, 2. T is 8, 0. And U is now at 3, -4. And that concludes our second part to your Chapter 2 test, which is going to be on Wednesday. All right.